said to myself, I'll stop at 1 o'clock and have a break, and that's what I've done. It was just after 1. I thought, well, it's best that if I'm going to, you know, do my drive time, I'd better do it as soon as possible, because the nights are drawing in, and I can't record in low light, as you may have seen in the last video, or the video before last even. I don't know what I'm doing. I think it was the last video. So if I can film when it's daytime and make use of the natural light, then it'd be much clearer. Because it's this issue with high quality videos I've got a beef about at the moment is partly because of the original footages are not that great to begin with, which leads me to the video I was watching this morning, using the, well, how about that? No, I'm not talking about the road. I'm talking about the video. It was exported using a brand new editor called Olive. I must have mentioned it in the last video. Sorry about that. I could have carried on speaking. Jump in before he does. Oops, no, I can't. I made a mistake there, a misjudgment. It's one of these roads that are so narrow that you have to always give way. Oops, I misjudged it again. Let's just move into here. There's a cyclist on my left, and that car passing on the right. This new editor, I must have mentioned it in the last vlog, it's very hard to know when I said it, because when you're editing, you're seeing it when you're editing, and when you're watching the video, you're seeing it when you're watching the video, and there's things happening in real time as well. I just don't know what's happening when or what. It's just, anyway, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself. That's partly why I repeat myself, because I'm not sure. I have an idea that I did mention it, but then I can't remember when I mentioned it, and therefore had I mentioned it? So I question myself. Anyway, this new editor is called Olive, and it's supposed to be, I think I went on, yeah, I think I was talking about it a lot yesterday, because I kept on comparing it to Adobe Premiere Pro. Sony Vegas, that's a video editor I've not mentioned before, but it's one of the big ones, or one of the old ones. And Final Cut. So this Olive is compared to those three, and it's open source, which means it's freeware. That's a term I've not used a lot. I saw somebody else use it, usually in the comments of a video where somebody's listing where somebody's listing top 3 video editors. Basically, there's 2 kinds of free editors. There's the freeware, which are normally open source, and they're 100% free, there's no catch. And there's the other kind that are free versions of paid products. And of course, you have to appreciate the difference is the functionality and effects and gimmicks, i.e. the free version's a basic version of a really highly capable editor. Anyway, so yesterday's video, the video I watched today, was cut using this editor, and because it was shot at night, I can't tell whether the quality, the export quality, is down to the footage or the software, the editor. Because before I kicked off the export, I got onto YouTube, did a bit of research, and made sure I had the optimum export settings. And there was one video that said, don't go with the settings given, change this to that, and I did. And now I'm not sure whether I should have. At the back of my mind, I was thinking, well, maybe it's because of this setting. It's the setting, because it's compressed. Maybe he didn't realise that, but normally these guys know more about things than I do. So today, because I'm still using Olive, because it's so, I mean, to edit is really, it's so easy, and the playback is you can see in the big screen just like DaVinci, and the playback is smooth in either direction, forwards and backwards, so I can, you know, make the, so editing as a whole is such a pleasure. And also you can edit, you can also trim. I'm finding myself trimming much easier as well, the beginnings and ends of clips. Anyway, that's why I think it's a good editor. Today's video, as I say, I'm using Olive, and I've been going really well with it. It does help to look at tutorial videos though, because I miss things. I feel, gosh, where are the effects, you know? And of course I watch a YouTube video, somebody clicks this box somewhere on the screen, I thought, oh, is that where it is? And I thought, oh good, I'll apply it today, and in a way I have. So yeah, circumstances of putting up a video and then taking it down again and then putting it up as a reload, and the explanation for that and the frustrations. I'm supposed to be doing 70-60 miles per hour here, so off I go. So yeah, it's good to watch those YouTube videos. I'm using Olive still. The quality, because as I say, I'm not 100% sure about the quality of the last video, whether it's because of the night time, low light drawbacks, or the person who gave me this setting, export setting, was wrong to change the system setting, you know, the default setting. So when I come to export today's video, I will leave it as the default setting and see how it gets on. So confused. I keep so many options, it gets a bit confusing. Breakfast. My video, I guess. Yeah, that was it, my video. I didn't want to waste time, really. I don't want to get cracking on the, I'm already 2 videos behind. I saw Piggy Blinders last night, yeah, the penultimate episode. And yeah, it was good as always. Can't believe it's nearly finished though. It was, as I said, the penultimate episode. Therefore, next week's episode must be the end. Next week's episode, and I forgot Robot Wars was on, but then again, so what happened after? When I finally saw the end of Wild Bill, as you saw the credits roll in the last video. That was a very good, yeah, and I remember saying afterwards, I want to go back to watching Deadwood. So I like it when you can't knock things like Netflix and Amazon Prime, these streaming services, because civilizations, I don't know, it's about choice, isn't it, and moods. Because I was going to say, why have film when you can have a series, so you can stretch it out, put in the detail, put in the care. something to. Why have us? It's ongoing as well. So what am I trying to? What was my point? Well, the point was that Wild Bill was very good, but episodic, because you can't really. You can never have 3 hour, 4 hour films, but they're not going to do well at the box office. That's not even true, really. Unless it's crikey. Unless it's fantasy or science fiction or action, epics, you know, action, the bottom line being action, then time does pass. You don't realise the duration. But if it's a drama, that's not even true either, because The Godfathers, they run on for hours and hours, and yet they're compelling. So I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not the argument. The argument is you can feed in more. There's more in a 10 hours than 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. And by 10 hours I mean a serialization, something on Netflix or Amazon Prime. And the main channels as well. That's why I watch these dramas, because, and also it gives you a break, so you can let the cliffhanger sink in, and it's something to look forward to, so it's a feel-good factor. With Martin Freeman. So that's another drama. And of course I mentioned, oh dearie me, that was narrow. Sorry, I'm talking about the road now. I talked about Temple with Mark Strong. That was, well, he's good in anything. He had a couple on Sky last year. I saw one of them. It was like a sort of SAS type thing. That was good. And he had another one with is it Lenny James, I think it was. And I didn't see that one, unfortunately. It did look good though, but it might be on box set. Yeah, but probably on Netflix or something. But I'll give it a search when I get home. It might be part of Sky's catch up. so watching Wild Bill, finished it. Looking forward to watching Deadwood again. Well, maybe one day. May not be possible. I don't know. I'll have to see what's on Sky's back catalogue. The next thing to watch on Sky Recordings is let me think. The next one to watch is sorry, I'm trying to get into gear. That's not the gear. Here we go. Manual traffic lights, so I might as well give up. What was I saying? Oh my goodness me. Mine's cool. Oh yes, Sky Recordings. The next one to watch is Pink Panther Strikes Again. So that'd be fun. Then after that it's Revenge. And what else? Not sure. Probably. Oh, the Kinks. There was a Kinks documentary on. Whoops. Nearly broke the flipping handbrake then. From Sky Recordings, there's TV today. Highlights being Only Connect, and of course the Martin Freeman one, University Challenge, and the Rise of the Nazis. I think that's on today as well, unless it finished last week. I don't think it did. I would have known. So that's what's on tonight. That's what's on tonight. That's what's on tonight. That's what's on tonight. Yep. And if there's one other things to watch, then while this is all going on, if I do happen to watch all these programs back to back in one go, that's because the video is exporting. So I think the laptop's in use. I must have been playing the Room Escape game. So an old Hampden. Oh yes. I have to be alert. Ooh, yes, Mrs. Brewer. I think I may have gone past it. I think I've gone past it. Yes, I missed it again. I've missed it again. Would you believe it? There was a shortcut. Oh no, and then, God, this is just like deja vu. Yesterday I said I missed it, then I said no, good, because there's bumps. And I was going to say the same thing just now. Talk about going off topic. So So yeah, I suppose I can watch this back to back while the export happens. I haven't finished the edit yet. I mean, this break is a break. It's not a release from the. It's whilst something's exporting. So I've got to go back, do the edit, export, and then watch the programs. This is already. It's not a very sunny day today. In fact, it's not sunny at all. It's quite cloudy, but it's not too dark. It is somewhat bright. I think tomorrow might be different, might be better. Yesterday was fantastic. Whew. Sunny Sundays. Because it's Sunday, lots of people are out, and that adds to the joy. Things are happening. If I'm not editing or if I'm not editing, then I'll be watching these shows. Up to speed now, aren't we? course, the other highlight of the day is chili con carne on toast. That is such a highlight of the day. There was a moment where I nearly got fed up with it. In fact, before I go home, I need on my way home, I might as well drop in at Asda's in particular. Oops, blew my chance there. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, Speedy Gonzales. Oh dear. Mercedes behind me. Speeding along. Oh, she slowed down. I think it's a her. And get chili con carne, what else? A few other items. Sandwich bread, cheese. The sandwich bread's going to be $1.50, but it complements the cheese so well. It's worth the expense. So I've given you an update on the edit later, i.e. it's exporting now. I'm having chili con carne on toast now, and I might watch Pink Panther Strikes Again or watch YouTube, read up on these olive tutorials. I'll just get those items and then I'll head straight home and continue with the E. I discovered something really trivial, absolutely trivial. What am I waiting for? Seatbelt? Yeah, right, okay. Combination of two words there. And. And what it was, the sandwich bread is in the same aisle as the chili con carne. all that hoo-ha. All that hoo-ha surrounding the search for sandwich bread, and it turns out to be in the chili con carne aisle as well as the soup aisle. Right, I'm going to start the edit now, and I think it's nearly 4 o'clock. So yes, I've already mentioned that the software, oh yeah, 1 minute to 4, opens much quicker than both Shotcut and DaVinci Resolve. Right, oh, right, here we go then. Right, it's just gone 6 PM. Can't remember when I started. Was it 4 PM? I think it was 4 PM, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 1 minute to 4, that's right. I said to myself, that I would, in my mind, either export and then, or do 2 hours and then. Well, it's 2 hours. so now I'm going to then being chili con carne on toast with coffee. Should be about half an hour to an hour, and then get back on the edit. I was going to tell you where I am actually, but I've just closed the file finder or the Windows Explorer, File Explorer. I think, ooh, I've got quite a few to go actually. Quite a few to go, I would say. 33. Could be half that because I've got, for every video there's a sound file, but it's not a dash cam footage. Oops. So anyway, it's about 15 files left really, so I could finish it. Yeah, I'll finish it after I've had the chili con carne. It's just gone 7 and I've had the chili con carne on toast, which was really nice. So I'm back at the edit. So I've got about 33 clips, half that, 15 clips. Okay, so maybe it won't take too long. So as I say, it's just gone 7:07. Let's see how long this will take me to finish. Right, because of the time, which is now 10:20. In fact, it was probably half an hour ago that I thought, well, 10:10, I decided to stop editing. I haven't finished. I think I'm near the end. Yeah, I'm near the end, but I had to stop at this at 10:10, so I could have a break and also have toasted sandwiches and maybe watch Only Connect. I've had an email today from Now TV, and they've offered me a month's free pass of entertainment and a week's pass of movies. I couldn't believe my luck when I saw that, and maybe I haven't mentioned it yet, but I keep seeing obviously you know about something called Stranger Things. Again, like I said before, I'm always late to these dramas, and lately I've been thinking about watching it because of the Goonies angle and all the supernatural. I don't know much about it, but it looks like there's a sort of supernatural thing going on. And I've been watching something on horror films, you know, the Universal horror films, and in particular one video I saw earlier talking about how to reactivate the Dark Universe, which was Universal Studios' way of having a cinematic universe like Marvel and DC, but with the classic horror monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, the Mummy, Jekyll and Hyde, the Invisible Man, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, to name a few. On this YouTube video, this person did a really good YouTube video on how to bring it back, what the problems were, and in his recommendations on how to bring the film, how to reactivate the Dark Universe, as Universal called it. They only released one film called The Mummy with Tom Cruise, but it flopped stateside, but was a global hit elsewhere. And that's because he claims of the Tom Cruise name, not necessarily the horror genre. So he suggested how to bring it back, and it was really fascinating, and I should put the link in the description for you to check, so I really highly recommend it. And as part of his suggestion, it's how to rule it out. Basically, use the minor characters first. Don't go in there with Dracula. Go with the minor characters and build up. Have subtle Easter eggs flat around the place, and then it'll come to a point where Dracula will make an appearance, and then Van Helsing will come at the end, and for each of these films, potential films, he ran off names of young directors, and one of them was actually a pair of brothers, two brothers, for one of the films. I can't remember which one it was though. Doesn't matter. But these two brothers I've never heard of, and he said, well, maybe it's possible that most people wouldn't know who they are, but if you said Stranger Things and that they directed most of the episodes, maybe all of them, then you'll know what they're capable of. And of course, he was showing you clips of Stranger Things. I think I saw a poster, and it did look very Goonies to me, and you could see somebody holding a map, so there's mystery there, and there's cops as well in the background. And I thought, the more I hear about Stranger Things, the more I want to see it. And now this is it. This is really clench. We cinched it. It's really hit the hammer on the head. Hit the nail on. It's really hit the nail on the head. This decided that I should watch it, and Now TV have given me a free pass. I presume it's on. Oh, wait a minute, maybe it's on Netflix.